In this video, I'm just going to introduce you to CEB treatises. There are many different titles in the CEB library, so I will just be showing you one. And once you know how one is organized, they're basically all organized the same way. What does CEB stand for? It stands for the Continuing Education of the Bar. It was founded in 1947 as part of the University of California, and its purpose was to help the veterans who were returning from the war, who were lawyers, to help them refresh their legal education so they were ready to go back into practice. Remember, in World War II, many lawyers went into the military not in roles as lawyers, as infantrymen and supply officers and so forth. So they were already lawyers, they just needed to have a refresher after several years of being away. Here are some things that CEB says about itself. Its books are laser focused on California law. They are edited by experts in California law. And they do provide practical step-by-step guidance along with templates, checklists, and frequently sample forms. And they are frequently updated. Now, I would have liked to show you a list of all the titles, but there's just too many to put on one slide. So here I've put a summary. As you can see, the titles tend to focus on civil law and litigation, but there is a healthy collection of criminal law titles and family law titles. Right now, most of the CEB titles seem to be published in loose leaf notebooks, but there's definitely a move toward paperback. Now for this video, I've chosen California conservatorship practice as my demonstration. On the top, you can see it in loose leaf format, which is what we currently have on the shelf. On the bottom is a picture of the new paperback one that was published in January of this year, and so we will probably receive it soon. And there is a description of what you can find in it. Now, if you open this loose leaf up, you'll see the first page there is our actual filing instructions, and you can see that we received the May 2025 update and it was filed in June of 2025. The other side is pretty much just the front page of the book, and it tells you the same information, that it's been updated through May of 2025. Obviously, once the paperback copy arrives, they're not going to look like this when you open them up. Now I've opened this volume up to its table of contents. So you can see it says volume 1, so this is I believe a 2-volume set. Now let's imagine that what you're trying to find out is who has to attend the conservatorship meeting. Looking at this table of contents, I'm guessing it's going to be under Chapter 5, which is starting the conservatorship proceedings, since the meeting would be part of the proceedings. So I'm going to turn to Chapter 5. I've turned to Chapter 5, and I can see there's a more detailed table of contents at the beginning of the chapter. So I've started scanning through it, and I can see that Part 8 is about the hearing. And under that, it says A, who must attend, and it refers me to section 5.77. That's what I'm interested in, so I'm going to turn there. And I've turned to that section, section 5.77, who must attend the hearing, and it goes on to the next page. Here I can find the answer to my question. That was the table of contents approach. I could also take an index approach. In the back of the volume, or in a multi-volume set in the back of the last volume, there will be an index. Over here on the left is where the index to this volume starts, or to this set starts. On the right, if you see, I can focus in. So I've focused in on hearing on petition for appointment of conservator. And by looking under that heading, I can see there's one that says attendance of proposed conservatee and petitioner at hearing, referring me to section 5.77, which is the same section the table of contents referred us to. Now I want to mention at the end of each video where each of these treatises is available online. CEB treatises are published online at a database called OnLaw, and you can access this through the library. Unfortunately, you cannot access it remotely from home unless you pay for your own account, and I'm sure it's very expensive.